So the last time we prepared our heroes, uh, we are in the turn 1, and we choose to not to level up. We're gonna do this quest on the peril card, and now we're gonna spawn at the beginning of the round. We're gonna spawn two monsters as the act demands from this deck here. So let's see. So our first monster that's gonna spawn is a terror shark. Alright, let's see this card, and I'm gonna explain what we have on it. So this is a monster. It has 4 hit points, as you can see in the top left corner, and it has some abilities like it has a combat, shield, and willpower that actually we need to test. It's like it's a scary monster. Now as you can see, combat is 2, which means it's going to use 2 dice when attacking. It doesn't have any shield because there's a slash there, and it does have a modifier. I mean, it doesn't have a modifier to our willpower test. I mean, it's a 0, but we still need to test it. So, and the player who actually is in the area with the monster need to test that. But you see this little like circle with A, B, C, D on it. It actually it's a spawn mechanism that's gonna tell us where this needs to be spawned, and this is how it works. Like so, as you can see, our combat area, and if you see this image, letter A would be here. But if there is no player in that area, the monster is gonna go to the second, which means it's B. So it's gonna actually spawn here. So it's gonna spawn in front of the Lord Baltimore. Go from the C, and Lord Baltimore actually is gonna look at it and it's gonna maybe get scared. So let's see, I need to test my willpower, which is 5. I think I'm gonna spend 1 skill token to boost it to 6. So we need a 6 or less on a die, and I still fail. I get a 7. Well, I now have an option. I can exhaust myself to actually pass the test and not get a terror token, but I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna take 1 terror token. So Lord Baltimore did get a bit scared out from this terror shark. Alright, after that we're gonna spawn the second monster, and it's another terror shark. It's gonna spawn in the same area in front of Lord Baltimore, and I need to test my willpower again. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna spend 1 more skill token, so 6 or less, and I get a 10, which is like auto fail. So already I have 2 terror tokens on me. So each time you fail a willpower test, you lose some sanity, you get these terror tokens. If you get like more than 3, you're gonna get 1 physical condition from this, actually mental condition, sorry. You're gonna get a mental condition from this deck, and they are pretty bad. Alright, so after the monster spawns, now our players can choose who's gonna go first. Well, the Lord Baltimore is kinda attacked here, but let me think. Yeah, definitely he's gonna go first. But I save 1 skill token because I saw this card. It is a weapon finesse, and it gives me +1 damage to any weapon I'm gonna use this turn. So I'm gonna buy this card. Now, as I said, buying and playing cards doesn't cost any action. So right now, if I play this, I'm gonna have +1 damage to any weapon that I use during my turn. And I actually want to use my cutlass, which is a 4 damage, +1, that's a 5. Actually, I'm not gonna use this card yet, because this shark doesn't have any shield, so any kind of damage I do to them, it's gonna go straight to their hit points. And the cutlass, actually, with my bare hand and the cutlass +2, is gonna do 4, so they have 4 hit points, 4 damage, they're gonna die if I manage to hit them. So yeah, I'm gonna use my first action to attack one of the sharks, and I need to get 6 or less on the dice to successfully do that. I got a 1, so let's say we're gonna kill this one shark. So that's 4 damage, and when you kill enemy or monster, it goes on the bottom of the monster deck. After I do that, I'm gonna get one trophy token, and as you know, we actually need 3 of them for the first success tokens. So I'm gonna attack again for my second action. So 6 or less. Let's see, I got to 5, so I succeed again, and the second shark is destroyed too. And I get one trophy token. So pretty easy. But it cost me 2 terror tokens. So I'm a bit scared, but I dispatched the enemies quite quickly. Now I have one more action, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to replenish this action cards in front of us. I got the treachery, and let's actually see these cards. I have a back-to-back, which costs 2, and I can choose a player in adjacent space, and then both we have 1 shield to the end of the round. There is some cannibalism, where I can choose 1 player from the group, and that player is gonna suffer 1 wound while I can heal 2 wounds. I'm gonna basically eat my friend on this raft if I play this card. Also, there's a treachery. So many bad cards. So I can also choose a player, and at the end of the turn all monsters in my area will actually attack him. So if I want to save my skin. Well, but I spend all of my skill tokens, so I can't buy any of these. Anyway, that's the end of my turn. Now our combat areas are clear, so let's see, not much to do with Angelica. Well, the first action I'm going to do is I'm going to actually ready myself. So let's do that. And the second action, I'm going to place 1 barrier token here. So Angelica is going to make a little barricade. And my last action, I guess I can buy... No, actually I'm gonna add 1 more action card. Oh, this one is actually a good one. Campfire. I can lose 1 action during my turn to heal 2 wounds from myself. Okay, this costs 3, so I'm gonna spend all 3 and buy it. Yeah, let's take this one. Alright, and that ends our first turn. Now we check our parallel card, because in the end of the round you check your card, can you do this quest. Basically, if you can, you do the first one, so and then immediately you can jump to the second one during the same basically round ending to do any that you can do or satisfy. So in this case we don't have 3 trophy tokens, there were just 2 enemies, so we're just gonna advance our turn to a bit further. So second turn, and we get again we're gonna get 2 monsters, but before that our skill tokens get replenished. So again we have 3, and let's see what will actually spawn. So we have a large crab, well, not a scary monster, but it does have a shield, so it needs to be spawned here, but then there's no player there, so it's gonna actually spawn in front of Lord Baltimore. And the second monster is Undead Sailor, and he's gonna actually spawn in front of Lord Baltimore also. But it is a bit scary because it's like a dead sailor just risen from the sea. So Lord Baltimore needs to test his willpower, but without any modifiers, so 5 or less. I guess I'm gonna boost it by 1. So I just need to get 6 or less. Alright, let's check it out. I got 1, so I pass, everything is fine. Alright, so this time I think I'm gonna play with Angelica first. Yeah, let's see what she can do. So for the first thing, she's gonna exchange place with Lord Baltimore, so movement 1 action, and the moment you enter the area, and if there is some scary monsters in that area, you actually need to test your willpower. Now her willpower is 4, and I guess I'm gonna spend one to be 5 or less. Actually, I failed. I get the 9. Alright, I'm gonna take a terror token because I could like exhaust myself and instantly pass this, but I actually want to stay ready. You'll see why. Alright, so now I can attack them with my tomahawk, and I chosen her because he has a +2 combat to using melee weapons, so her combat skill is right now actually 8. So she will not fail that easily. So let's see, she can only fail or 9 or 10. I'm confident I'm gonna actually pass. So I'm gonna attack the sailor and I get a 2. So that's a 4 damage. But if you check his card, he does have a 1 shield, which means we need to roll his dice to see will he able to block some of it damage. So we roll for the die and nothing. Now let me explain. Actually, let's say if we roll something like this. Now when the monster is defending, you are looking for these white strikes, which means it did block 1 damage, or let's say in this case it did block 2. But when the monster attacking, you look for these red strikes, and that's how much damage you're gonna take. But this monster didn't. It was he didn't defend it against my attack, so that's a 4 damage, and it does have only 4 hit points and it's dead. Now when you kill the monster, sometimes there is a little like a chest icon, like you can see this, that sailor has it. So he does go to the bottom of the deck, but I do get a 1 gear card because he did have something on him. So let's see, and it's a Navy telescope. As long as this item is in your inventory, you can test your lore to cancel 1 just drew terror card. Well, this is really good item, because we're gonna get some terror cards later. So that sailor had a Navy telescope on him, so when we killed him it dropped and Angelica picked it up. Alright, and I still have 1 more action, so let's try to kill this crab also. Oh, not to forget, I get trophy token for killing the sailor. And yeah, the crab has 3 hit points, he does have a shield. But so let's roll. So 8 or less. I got a 3. That's a 4 damage, but let's see will the crab actually be able to block. Now it's good that I roll this so I can explain it. You see, this is a special thing that some enemies can do, and as you can see in this card it says no effect. But if we check the like a special rule for this scenario, it says when monster special sign is rolled, ignore the text of the text, remove 1 barrier token instead. So the monster will not block and it's gonna die, but before it's died, it's actually destroyed part of our raft. Damn it. So this monster is dead, and Angelica is gonna get another trophy token. Alright, so good for her. And it is now time for Lord Baltimore. So I guess also, yeah, I spend this skill to try to avoid. Yeah, well, I have 3 actions. I guess I will fix our raft back to 4 with 1 action. With another action, I think I'm gonna move here, and with the last action I'm gonna place 1 barrier token. So basically we're building our defenses, so later Angelica can go here and then we are hidden behind these barriers, which is not bad. Also, let me check this card, maybe I should like, instead of that, I think I'm gonna buy this card, yeah, for sure. Pretty good card, back to back. It says choose a player in adjacent plane, you and him both have 1 shield to end of the round. So yeah, let's keep that for later. we get more enemies. Alright, so end of the second turn. Now we check. Can we do any of this? Well, we need 3 trophy tokens. I have 2, Angelica have 2, so we can spend them together. So spend 3 trophy tokens to get 1 success. And the first quest in line is finished, so we just strike that too. Right? And then we immediately can go to second one, and it says every player needs to pass the willpower test. Now it's good that I'm ready. I mean, we are both ready, so even if we fail the willpower, we can actually just exhaust ourselves. That's why I kept Angelica ready. So I was hoping to finish this card during the, in one swift move during the end of this run. So let's go with the Lord Baltimore first. So he has a 5, but he has a +1 willpower when performing terror or peril tests. Well, this is a peril test because it's on the peril card. So my willpower is actually 6, so 6 or less. And I get the 1, so I passed. And now Angelica also has a +1 willpower when performing peril tests, so 5 or less. But I'm actually going to spend 1 skill token. Also, actually, let's spend 2 because they're going to get replenished, and I don't really want to exhaust myself to win. And that's so +1, 5, and +2, 7. So 7 or less. Let's see. But she still fails. Alright, so I'm gonna exhaust myself to actually negate this failed test. And she also passed the willpower. Okay? That means we actually finish every quest on this card. We finished the first peril card, so we place that here, take the new one, and now again, before we go to the next turn, we can choose which one of these things to strike to choose not to do. Now we can strike any of these except this one with this exclamation mark. This thing will happen whatever we do. It's fixed to this peril card. Basically, we're gonna lose 1 barrier token on the raft. Any quest that has this exclamation mark cannot be strike to. So now I need to kill 3 enemies and pass willpower test 2 times. You see, it's a ravaging storm, so we are in the storm, and our willpower is in the test. And also I can choose, if I kill 5 enemies, I can level up. Well, killing 5 enemies is pretty tough. I mean 8 in total, since we get in 2 enemies each turn. So in 4 turns, if we kill each turn 2 enemies, we can actually level up. I'm not sure should I go for this. I guess I'm gonna try it just to show you how you level up. Yeah, let's not strike anything on this. Let's do this card completely. Alright, so I'm gonna play one more turn just because I want to show you what happens when you go to the turn when there is little tentacle marker there. So turn 3, tentacle marker means one of these terror cards gonna activate. So let's see, and they activate before we replenish any skill tokens. So they activate before we can even do anything, basically. So, and they are usually very bad. So let's see what's gonna happen. Oh my. Attack in the dark, and this is a instant terror. Each player must roll a d10 die. One with lowest number must test his combat -2. And if I fail, take 3 wounds and 1 terror token. Alright, so let's see. Let's start with the Lord Baltimore. So I got 3. Angelica got 9. So lower number goes, which means Lord Baltimore need to test his combat -2. Well, his combat is 6. Yeah, his combat is 6, -2 is 4. And as you know, I don't have any skill tokens, but I am ready, which is really good. So if I fail this, I can exhaust myself. So that was good that I actually got a lower number. Alright, but I passed anyway, so I don't need to exhaust myself. Because I needed 4 or less, I got a 3. So all fine. There is no 3 wounds and terror tokens for me. So lucky for me, nothing bad happened. Alright, anyway, we got 2 new monsters. So let's see what's gonna be. Also, now we actually replenish our skill tokens. So again, I have 3, and yeah, both they have 3. So let's see. It's another undead sailor, and it's gonna spawn here. So Angelica needs to test her willpower without any modifiers. So 4 or less. But she has a +1 willpower when performing terror. Oh, this is for terror. Okay, terror cards. Yeah, 4 or less. So I'm gonna spend, I guess, 1 to boost it to 5. But she still fails, so she also get another terror token. Now both of us have 2 terror tokens, not good. Also, I forgot that because she's exhausted, her all characteristics are -1, so this was her willpower is actually 3. So when I boosted, it was like 4 or less, but she failed anyway. Alright, okay, let's see in a second. It's a large crab. A, B, so it's still gonna spawn here, but it's not a scary one, so Angelica doesn't need to test the willpower. Alright, so this time I'm gonna actually go with the Lord Baltimore first. And I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna use my range weapons. Now I have a +1 combat when using range weapons, which is really good. So I'm gonna shoot at the, I guess at the crab. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at the crab. So that's a 7 or less to be able to hit it. I guess I'm gonna spend 1 skill token to boost this to 1. Should I use the cards? No, I'm gonna keep it, I guess. But I'm gonna play this card before I roll anything. Choose a player and just Spain, you have both 1 shield till end of the round. So the whole round you're gonna have +1 shield. So that's just to be safe. And let's go. So 7 or less, I actually got a 7. So the crab's gonna take 3 damage, but the crab has a shield, so let's see. And it's gonna block 1, so instead of 3 damage, it's just gonna take 2 damage. So it's gonna still be alive. I'm gonna place 2 damage token on the crab. Damn it. Also my weapon is discharge, so it's empty. And I'm gonna use my last action to add 1 more card here. Let's see. Oh, this is a good card. I'm gonna buy this. It says Bloodlust. If you kill a monster during your turn, you can heal 1 wound. Yeah, it could be good for later if I need to heal. Alright, now I can exhaust myself to actually do 1 more action. Oh, well, let's actually do that. So I'm gonna exhaust myself and do 1 more action. With that action, I'm actually gonna reload my weapon. Alright. Now, after the player finish his thing, the monster is gonna activate. And it's a good time to explain you how they do that. You see, there's a little text like under their skills. It says attack in this case, and on the crab it says attack and move with the exclamation mark. So this will what the monster will do. So this undead sailor is just gonna attack, and he has a combat 1, so we just roll 1 die, and it's gonna attack anything in his area. It's nothing. So Angelica is safe, it just missed her. Now the large crab is gonna attack and then it's gonna move. And let's roll for the crab. and it does have this special symbol, and as I said, because of special sign is rolled, one piece of our raft is destroyed. Now monsters usually move clockwise, so you should like move here, but this monster has a little exclamation mark behind the move word, so it's actually going anti-clockwise, so it's gonna go here, and that's it. So after that, now Angelica can do her 3 actions, and let's see. I guess my first action is gonna be to ready myself, and then I'm gonna attack this undead sailor. Yep, I'm gonna attack this undead sailor. So yeah, let's do that. And she has a +2 combat when using melee, so that's 8 or less. And I got a 10, so I missed. Damn it, I have one more action. I guess I'm gonna attack the sailor again. Yeah. Well, I can spend a skill to be 9 or less. Yeah, let's do it like that, 9 or less. I can only fail on 10. And I get 1 this time, so that's a hit. So 4 damage unless he blocks. So let's see, he does have a 1 block die. Oh damn it, I rolled a special action again, so it did destroy the part of our raft, but it is also died. So sailor is dead, and he has a chest icon, so I'm gonna get another item. So let's see what it is. It's rum. Bottle of rum. So it says, as an action, player can drink rum at the beginning of his turn, which will lower his combat by -1, but increase his willpower by 2 points. Effect will last till end of his turn. He will also recover 2 less skill tokens. Well, this is more bad than good. It's only make my willpower better, but I lose combat, -1 to combat, and I'm gonna just replenish 2 less skill tokens the next turn. I don't know. let's keep it, I guess. Alright, so now the monster is gonna activate again, and this one is gonna attack, and I still need to roll for the attack because even there's no player there, we need to roll because this special condition, because if I roll this special sign, it's gonna destroy the part of the raft. Also, if I roll any damage, it's gonna destroy this barrier here we placed. So let's see, nothing happens, and then it's gonna move here. Alright, so round ends. Now we can check what we need to do in this. We needed like 3 trophy tokens. Oh, also I forgot to add trophy token to Angelica because she did kill that sailor, so she had 2. And we can't do the first thing here, so we're gonna just go to the next turn. And I'm gonna place the turn marker here, and I'm not gonna spawn any monsters yet because we're gonna do that in the next episode. But anyway, you just saw how this works. I just wasted this card because no one got attacked. Well, it goes to the discard. And that's it. That was our first 3 turns. Next time we're gonna continue. So far so good. We did get a bit scared with these terror tokens, but we don't have any damage on us, which is good. But we also not progressing that fast. I'm now thinking, is this was this a mistake for not striking through this 5? Because killing 8 enemies, I mean, it's gonna be pretty close because I need 6 success tokens, and I also need to finish all the cards. Alright, thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.